Hey everybody, Chris with Night Living Card Games, back here for day 2 of Earthborne Rangers. So, as we left off day 1, so I've got my, maybe I'll put it here, my campaign log here. So it's kind of keeping a track of what day I'm on, what missions I've got, what rewards I've got. So, up here at the top, you mark off the days that you're on. So I'm actually into day 2 now, so I get to be perfect day. Weather, again, it lists the weather that's out here, any campaign entries that you need to read. You list the rangers that are playing. I have named mine Theanar Glorian. Sounds Earthborne Rangery to me. So on day 1, I had 2 missions. I had the biscuit delivery and helping hands with Artel, and I completed both of them. Down here, you can list what rewards you get along the way. I got Artel's vaulting rod. And then over to the right, you've got notable events that the campaign guide tells you to write down. So I impressed Calypsa and found the perfect fishing spot. All right, and because I camped, I can swap out reward cards into my deck. I need to maintain that 30 card deck size, so if I add anything in, I need to remove cards accordingly. So Artel's fishing rod here, real quick looking at it again, it is a 1 fitness cost gear. It takes 3 gear slots. It has 2 vaults, and you can exhaust and use 1 vault to exhaust an obstacle. And then as a response, when there are no vaults on it, you have to discard it. And then you can make a test, awareness plus conflict against a threshold of 2. And then if there's a water card in play, you get to fish. And you soothe 2 fatigue and add 2 progress to that water card. So I am actually going to add this in. And I'm chosen to swap out a leaf in the breeze, which is a 1 cost awareness moment, which says when you traverse, you can dodge up to 3 cards. That's good, but I haven't, especially in solo so far, I haven't seen too much of that into play. And really, I decided I needed to have more, especially knowledge icons in my deck. I've got enough fitness with my base and other icons, so I decided to do this a little bit more for iconography than for anything else. So I've got that in play. I'm gonna shuffle up my deck here. When last we left, I had dropped Artel off at the Golden Shore, and he is happily fishing away in his wonderful fishing spot. And then I decided to move up north to go check out the northern outpost. So we'll go through that setup here in a second, but I figure I will explore the outpost, see if I can find some people and find some new missions to go on before I go out and explore the valley further. All right. I don't think it matters, but order of operations. Do I draw my card, my hand size, before I go through the setup? Or do I go through the setup before I draw my cards? Again, I don't think it matters that much. Set up the player, draw starting hands. So, yep. All right, so 6 cards, and I can mulligan. So the vaulting rod, walk with me. A Riri, another walk with me. Eagle eye, and a bold. I'm gonna keep Riri, eagle eye, and bold, and I'm gonna mulligan these 3. So 3 more. We get persuasive, versatile, and a boundary sensor. All right. All right. All right, so I got my 6 cards. Now we go through our setup. We've got the challenge deck all shuffled up good. We put the path deck in place. It is, what was it? It was, I think, the forest set. So I came from Golden Shores up to Northern Outpost. That is the woods set. And then since Northern Outpost is a pivotal location, I included the Northern Outpost deck cards in with that, so those have been shuffled up. So now we're going to flip this thing over and read the setup text and then also the setup instructions. So, all right, Northern Outpost. The hike through the dark and gloomy woods has taken you hours, but you finally reach the Northern Outpost. And then there's some options. If you fixed up Northern Outpost, read this. Nope. Otherwise, read, scraps of wood, cloth, leather, and paneling lie scattered about the exterior. After years of neglect, the forest around seems to press in on the outpost from all sides. Search the Northern Outpost set for the deep woods and put it into play. All right. Oh, hang on a second here. I have the wrong path deck in here for some reason. I have Lakeshore and not the woods. So I'm going to pause here real quick to get that sorted out. Hang on a quick second. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. I had that mixed up. So then it says, put the Northern Outpost set, search it for the deep woods and put it in place. So the deep woods is a feature. It is a 3 presence, 6 harm, 4 per ranger progress threshold. Has a test on it. It says awareness and explore to hide in the dense undergrowth to move your ranger token to that feature. And then it says, while your ranger token is on this feature, you can use the following response. Response, when a being fatigues you, you may add any number of harm to this feature to prevent an equal amount of fatigue. And then the challenge effect is the Blue Mountain. Exhaust this feature to search the path deck for the next predator and put it in play. Ooh. All right, so this is along the way. This is a feature, and it does have a flavor text of Journal 40, which I'll read in a minute, but I need to continue reading here. If you haven't gained or completed the Search Loon mission, which I haven't, read the following. You find a note tacked to the door. It reads, I went to go investigate a strange presence in the forest. Be back by the full moon. If I'm not, I'm probably in trouble. Loon. You step inside, but it's deserted. The note says Loon should have been back days ago. Sounds like he probably needs help. Rangers choose either look for Loon to gain the Search Loon mission and record 94.7 3 days from now on the campaign tracker. You may choose this option only if you don't have another search or rescue mission. Or not today, record 94.7 3 days from now on the campaign tracker. Do not add Loon to the path deck. All right, well, I think we're going to search for Loon. Search. So search is just a mission because it's going to be kind of generic for various people. All right. So you're following the trail of a missing local. If your current location is not a ranger station, when a feature comes into play, place 2 trail tokens on it. And when a card with trail tokens on it is cleared, place those tokens on this card. And if it has 4 or more per ranger trail tokens on it, read entry 1.45. And then Sun Effect is move 1 trail token from a feature to another feature. Mountains, remove 1 trail token from a feature. And Red Crest is suffer 1 fatigue. All right. So I have got that into play now. Unfortunately, this feature went in before this came out, so I don't get to add trail tokens to it. All right, and then I need to record 94.73 days from now. Let me get my pen real quick. All right, so I'm on day 2, so 3 days. 1, 2, 3, so 94.7. All right, so I'm guessing what that means is that if I don't find her by day 5, or him by day 5, then they are lost. Okay, so that is it. So real quick, let me read the entry 40 here. The deep woods. The evergreen woods of the northern mountains consist of massive rotting cedars intermixed with silver firs, draped in hanging moss. No light filters down from the canopy, leaving the forest floor a gloomy cathedral, crowded with tree trunks and lichen-covered rocks. You can't see more than a few meters ahead, and all around you, the forest seems quiet. All right, so that is that. And then arrival setup is lead ranger, draw 1 path card. Oh, Hydra Worm. Wait, this isn't the right one. Something's going on with my orders, so hang on. Be right back. Okay, all right, I'm back. I gotta shuffle this up. So when I have my setup of this, I have my cards with the card dividers. In this case, I actually have it in front of the cards for the box that I've got it in. I'm not keeping it in the Earthborne box itself, even though it comes with a little bit of dividers in there, but putting the dividers in front of it is atypical for me. I like to keep the dividers behind it, but just the nature of this setup says that I want to put it in front of it, and that threw me off here. So, all right. So we draw the first card, and it's Sunbury Brambles. Okay. So we've got a feature in place. Now what I need to remember is for this common test is it is add progress to a location or feature. So I can use my fitness test to put progress on here or progress on here. All right, so let's get ourselves going here. All right, so scouting the deck is going to be really useful because we need to go find features to get trail tokens on. I'll need to clear that out eventually just because I will not want to have a three presence thing here exhausting me as I try to move on. So, but let's start up. Let's get my friend Riri the Sparrowhawk out. All right. And then I think we will spend 1 fitness to get a boundary sensor out. Comes in with 4 uses. And I am going to do my traverse test on the brambles. So I'm only going to commit 2 energy. So 2 to 1. -1. So 1 to 1. So I succeed, but I only get 1 progress on it. Okay, but now we... Oh, hang on a second. Oh, this was a feature on here, so it was supposed to have trail on here. Oh, so it should have 2 on there. Okay. That probably would have changed what I was doing. I would have done a boundary sensor because I want those trail tokens. So I'm not going to redraw anything but that. So that's a 3, -1. So 2 versus 1. I succeed. So I get 2 on it. Now we do the challenge effects. So blue, since we started over with a perfect day, if it added progress, add another progress. So boom, I get 3. So that does clear this, which is handy because search would have been remove a trail token. So when a card with trail tokens on it is cleared, place those tokens on this card. Let me just make sure here. Hang on a second. Is this a ranger station? Oh, shoot, it's a ranger station. Never mind. So this didn't actually come in with trail tokens on it because I am at a ranger station. So no, I would not have done this. So I only got 2 on it. And then this says remove a trail token. There's no trail tokens. This says exhaust this feature. Go get a predator. Search for the next predator and put it into play. Ugh. Nope. 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 Prowling Wolfhound. All right. And then the brambles is if there's active prey, there is not. All right. So we need to move ourselves around. We need to get rid of this thing so we can, because we got to move out of here to go find loons. So, all right. So my turn again. So I think what I'll do is I will exhaust Riri to put a swoops down, does a damage on the Wolfhound. Oh, these went away. Actually, I only did. Oh yeah, because of the challenge effect that was a 2. So okay. I am. I don't have awareness to dodge the prowling wolfhounds, so I guess we're gonna. Do I try to connect to it? I don't have anything else to really do at this point, so I'm gonna just do 2 versus 2 to connect with it. -1, so I fail. No, already exhausted, no. So nothing bad happens on it other than I just don't get anything to it. So, all right, well, I'm gonna have to end my turn because I got Eagle Eye in my hand, but I can't pay for it, and then I've just got a bunch of icons. So the only thing I can do is I could try to remember to scout and draw a ranger card. Sure, what the hell. Let's try it. I'm just going to go 1 versus 1. +1. Okay, so I do get to... So I get to scout cards equal to my effort, then draw 1. So I got a vaulting rod and a sheepdog. I am absolutely going to put the sheepdog on top. I'm going to keep the vaulting rod on top as well. Then I get to draw 1. Hey, it's my sheepdog. Perfect. Okay, now icons here. So no. And here this says they must have come this way. Move 1 trail token from a feature to another feature. There's no trail tokens. Nothing here. Nothing here. And this, ready another prowling wolfhound. Nothing there. All right, so that is all I can do. I am going to rest. So I can't travel. I don't have enough on it. So we ready all the cards. Draw a card, which is my vaulting rod. Get back up here. And then remove a cloud from Perfect Day. And I just realized I gotta shuffle that up. Okay. And now we draw a path card, which is a Sitka Buck. All right, comes into play here. All right, so we are going to spend 2 spirit to get Oru out. Yeah, so Riri's going to do another ping another damage to the Wolfhound. I am going to use Oru to move the Sitka Buck up here and put 2 progress on it. I am going to try to traverse this Sunberry Bramble. Do I just do 1-to-1? Oof, that's a tough choice. No, I'll do 2-to-1. 0. So I get 2 on it, it clears out. Right, and now sun effects, nothing. The buck, there's not another Sitka buck, so that doesn't come into play. And then ready another prowling wolfhound, nothing there. All right. So next up, we are going to try to traverse here. I'm going to exhaust my Seeker to avoid that card. I'm going to throw 1 here, 1 from my staff, or my boundary sensor, and then I'm going to throw in bold, so I'm coming in with a 4 effort. +1. So that passes, so I get 5 effort on this. And then we get the red crest effects. Nothing, nothing, and suffer a fatigue. Nothing. If there's an active Sitka doe, nope. Nope. And then if you have 3 or more fatigue, I do not. There's really nothing I can do there. I'm not gonna try another focus test. That just seems pointless. I can't do another fitness. I can exhaust a being. I could eagle eye. No, I think I'm going to try to hold off on the eagle eye until I can get out of here. So, we're going to rest and call it a day. Okay, draw a card, which is Walk With Me. Take a cloud off a perfect day, and now we get a path card, which is another Wolfhound. If there is another predator in play, this predator comes into play exhausted. Ugh. All right, well, let's have Riri come after this one again, up to 3. We're going to traverse here. We will just put 2 energy in, leave it at that. 0. So I succeed. I get to add 2, taking it to 7. And then I get to add another one, so that's 8. So this does clear. Thankfully, that happened because I was about to get another predator. In here, remove 1 trail token. I don't have any. If there is an active predator, there is. Exhaust it. And then add 2 harm to it, and then add harm to this being equal to that presence. You know, I'm going to have to check on the ruling because I'm not sure if that only applies to in the same area. I'm going to assume not. So exhaust it. Add 2 harm to it, which clears it out. And then add harm equal to this being equal to that presence. So I think that still takes into play because it doesn't say an active predator in your area. It just says active predator. All right. Let us use Uru to bring this herd this buck back to us. So it's got 2 damage on it and now has 4 presence. Or 4 connect on it. We're going to try to just connect with it. So we're just going to do 2 to 1. +1. So we succeed. So that clears out the buck. And now we do sun effects. Nothing here because I don't have trail tokens. Nope, nope. And exhausted. Oh, these are gone. All right, since that is exhausted, we're gonna chance it. We're gonna try a fitness test, just 2 to 2. But then if I do that, I get an injury. Nah. Let's hold off until next turn, I think. Oh, this came in with 2 neglect tokens on it, so we can do that. All right, so focus and knowledge to discard 1 neglect icon. If you fail, it does it. So that is, I'm going to focus. Let's give it a try. Let's commit my vaulting rod to be 2 versus 1. Focus is 0, so we get to remove 1 neglect icon. So we're down to 1. Then we do red challenge effect. I get fatigued. Nothing else is in play that is active, so that's it. And then we shuffle this up. All right. There's no point in doing the avoid test. I don't have focus. I don't want to try the that while I'm only at a 2, so I think we're going to ready ourselves up. Draw a card, which is my Hydra Lens goggles. Nice. And then we remove a cloud off of a perfect day, so midday sun comes out. And now we get a path card, which is another Woolhound. So he comes in exhausted. All right, we are going to try... We're going to try to avoid this Wolfhound. So that is awareness plus conflict. So I'm committing persuasive. So that is a 3 effort against a 2. That is awareness of -1, so I succeed. So this is exhausted. Now the question is, do I want to spend a fatigue to get that back to my hand? I'm going to say no right now. So that is discarded. Now challenge effects, nothing, 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 nothing. All right, we are going to try the focus plus knowledge, and so I'm going to commit versatile, and it says before you commit it, you can suffer 1 fatigue for it to gain 1 of every icon. So, all right, so I am once again coming from a 2 to 1, -1, so 1 to 1, so I succeed. So I remove the clutter icon or the neglect icons from this, and I get to read 4.1. It takes hours of hacking back overgrowth and scrubbing the floor to get the outpost back to a working order. You breathe a sigh of relief at a job well done. Future visitors to this outpost will have a much easier time reaching the structure now. Each ranger soothes 3 fatigue, discard the deep woods if it's in play, which it's not, and record fixed up the northern outpost on the campaign tracker. So I get to soothe 3 fatigue, 1, 2, 3. Walk with me, versatile, and a healing touch. Nice. And I have fixed up the northern outpost. Let me write that down here real quick. Okay. So that was that. Sun challenge effect. Move 1 trail token, none there. I suffer a fatigue. And then these don't trigger because of that. All right. So we are now going to come and traverse. We're going to put in 3. We're going to use our boundary sensor to be a 4. And I don't actually have any exploration icons in my hand, so that's going to be it. So 4 against 2, and that's a 0. So I succeed and get 4 progress on this. And now we do the challenge effects. So crest, suffer 1 fatigue. Ugh. And then that. Okay, so that is about it for this turn. Nothing. Oh, and did I don't think I refreshed since I flipped that over. All right, well, I might have forgotten to put a cloud there, but whatever. All right, so we are going to rest then. So now we are going to choose to travel. So we are at the northern outpost. I guess let's go try Atrox Mountain. So we're going to travel, so all these go away. And as always, I am going to pause this while I get the new location set up. All right, we're back. So we are traveling to the Atrox Mountains here. It is not a pivotal location. We are going still through the woods, so still using the woods set. And because it's not a pivotal location, I just selected 3 random cards out of the valley set and added that in and shuffled that up. All right, so Atrox Mountain is a location, a mountain, and ascent. 2 presence and fit plus knowledge to climb the steep and perilous route to add 2 progress to this location for every effort. Then it fatigues you. So, and it has a 5 per ranger threshold on it. Right, so let us read up on the Atrox Mountains. During your training, Calypso would jokingly threaten to send you on a patrol of Atrox Mountains whenever she needed to provide you with some extra encouragement. Now, struggling up the side of the mountain, you can see why. The paths around Atrox Mountain are a maze of narrow trails weaving between rockfalls and slopes of unstable scree, and you know that lurking along the trail, there may be an Atrox waiting to pounce. Right, lead ranger, search the path deck for the next obstacle and put it into play. Right. Nope. Nope. That's not an obstacle. That is not an obstacle. There we go. Overgrown thicket. Took us a while. So overgrown thicket goes along the way. It is a feature, so we get to place trail tokens on it. Presence of 1, it is an obstacle. It has 3 harm threshold, 2 progress threshold per ranger, and it has an test awareness plus exploration to hunt for a way through the dense foliage to add progress to this feature equal to your effort. And then the challenge icon, Blue Mountain, discard 1 feature from progress from this feature, and it fatigues you. All right, so we're going to want to deal with that. So we have gone through the travel steps, so now we refresh. And this time I'm not going to forget put 1 on there. I'm pretty sure I forgot 1, but oh well. All right, and we draw a card, which is insightful. Right, and now we draw a path card per normal. Oh, and I need to remember this has got 2 trail tokens on it. It is an arcology sinkhole. It is a feature. Comes in with a 2 presence, 4 harm, 3 per ranger progress on it. Awareness and exploration 2 to explore the labyrinth underground structures to move your ranger token to this feature. And then if you clear via progress, if a ranger token is on this feature, delve deeper into the arcology and read entry 78. And it comes in to read entry 78. And since this is a feature, I get to put 2 trail tokens on it. So that's actually very convenient for me. I need to move stuff over here. So that was 78. The land suddenly drops away in front of you. Luckily, you are paying attention, and you catch yourself before you go tumbling down a steep slope. You stand on the edge of a large pit where it looks like an entire grove of trees has collapsed into the ground not long ago. Between the tangled mass of splintered trunks, you can see what looks like a broken steel archway and cracked pipes leading into darkness. The sinkhole may have exposed a new route into the old arcology beneath the valley. And then clear arcology sinkhole with progress to explore its depths. So I will want to clear that, but I want to get my ranger token there first. All right. So my turn. Let us try to clear this overgrown thicket first. So we'll We'll spend 3. I'm not going to commit any other cards. I'm not going to commit my boundary sensor to it. So 3 versus 1. It is a -1. So I get 2 progress tokens on it. That is enough to clear it. And then it says, when a card with trail token is cleared, place those tokens on this card. So I get to clear it before I do the challenge effects, because that probably would have impacted things. So blue, nothing, nothing. Here. The sinkhole widens. Discard 1 progress from a feature. If you cannot, this card fatigues you. Well, I can't. I don't have any progress, and so it fatigues me for 2 because it's a presence of 2. So that's not ideal. This one triggered first. Remove 1 trail token from a feature. Darn. And then nothing over here. So, unfortunately. All right, so I'm gonna try to get myself up there. That's gonna be tough. I don't have any extra icons to commit to this. Unless, you know what, yeah. So we're going to do the awareness plus exploration test to explore. So I'm going to commit my 2 here. I'm going to fatigue myself to use versatile to get a 3rd icon. So I'm 3 versus 2 on this. That is a 0. So I succeed, so my ranger token comes up here. Okay, so that was that. Now let's do the challenge effects. So sun, I get fatigued. Let's see, what does it say? They must have come this way. Move 1 trail token from a feature to another feature. Well, I only have 1 feature in play, so I can't do that. Nothing, nothing, nothing. So. I don't have anything else I can do. I've got spirit cards in my hand, but that doesn't help me at all. And then I've got some awareness cards, but that won't do anything to me. Awareness. I don't have any fitness to pet my dog. So I guess we're just going to have to rest. Everything is there. Draw a card, which is a bold. Let me get a second cloud on this, and now we draw a path card, which is Tala the Red Exile. So 2 presence, friendly, spirit in conflict, threshold 2, to prevent Tala from intimidating the wildlife to exhaust this being. If I clear her with progress or harm, I get to read the entry. Okay. So 2 presence, 5 harm threshold, 3 per ranger, progress threshold. So I need to read 84. You don't know everyone in the valley, but the moment you spot the woman walking towards you, you can tell she's not a local. It's not just the heavy furs and well-used iced axe hanging from her belt. The tightness around her eyes and mouth expresses discomfort with everything around her. You greet her, and she stares at you warily. "I'm Talia the Red," she finally replies reluctantly, "formerly of the Ice Clans of the North." Clear Talia with progress to ask her about her exile. All right, up to me. So I am going to exhaust to move a being, and Talia the Red is a being, and add 2 progress to them. I am now going to try to traverse this. So I will commit 3. Do I use boundary sensor? No, I will commit a bold to this. So I'm coming in for 5 versus 2. Oh, this needed to be shoveled up. Let me do that real quick, and then I'll draw my challenge card. Five versus 2, and I get a +1 actually, so 6. So I get a lot on here. So that is enough to clear it, which means this trail token comes up here. If I clear via progress and a ranger token is on this, where there is, delve deeper into the arcology, read 78. Once you climb down the sinkhole and into the arcology, you pull out Solaro's translation plate. You hold the clear pane of glass in front of your eyes, and the words in the wall appear to morph into something legible. 20 minutes later, you find a workshop. The machinery has been carefully powered down, and you are able to activate a small autolathe. After using it to sculpt several useful items out of the nearby bricks of omni-resin, you turn it off again. The only other items of interest are a small set of glass bricks tucked in a corner. Each seem to have motes of golden light trapped in the glass. You tuck them into your rucksack. Solaro may know what they are. Each ranger shuffles up the 2 cards from their discard into their deck. Okay, nice. Technically, I think this is in my discard as well. So I'm going to do a versatile and a bold. All right, now we do the challenge effect. We get fatigued again. Oi, gotta get out of this sun. Move a trail token from one to the other. There aren't any. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Okay. And then we gotta reshuffle this thing in. All right, so I need one more. Trail token here. So I'm going to spend 2 awareness to get my goggles into play. I was going to pet Uru, but I don't have any fitness right now to do that. Okay, do I want to... Oh, I don't have any awareness to be able to do that anyway. Never mind. I was gonna should I scout? I don't have any awareness, so never mind. I guess I could try to connect. Yeah, let's try to connect with Tala. And I'm gonna throw 1 walk with me in there, so I'm gonna do a 3 versus 2. It is a 0, so I succeed. And I get 3 progress on her, which is enough to clear her. So let's read her entry first. before I deal with challenge effects. If you're at a pivotal location, otherwise. 84.6. You know a little bit about the ice clans. They're said to live in the massive frozen palaces in the coldest parts of the mountain. You ask Tala why she is formerly of the ice clans, and she looks away. It's because I got exiled, she said. Now I am looking for a place to live. You got a problem with me living in your precious valley? Despite her harshness, you sense a bit of vulnerability in her response. Hesitantly, you suggest that if she is looking for a place to live, you could take her around the valley and see if any of the villages would be a good fit. Tala looks startled at the offer. You'd help me with that? When you assure her that you would, she sets her face back into a stern expression. Thanks then. Let's go. You set off figuring that you'll have to take her to different locations and then talk to her once there to see how she feels about each. White Sky, Spire, Branch, Meadow, or Tumbledown all seem like good possibilities to you. Rangers choose. Decide to try to help her. Remove all progress from her and attaching helping hand to Talia. Not today. Discard Talia and each ranger soothes 2 fatigue. Getting a little light, but we'll try it. Helping hand. So I got a helping hand on Talia. And I gotta go to these places to try to find her a good place. But first, we need to finish this up. All right. That was that turn. I got nothing else to do, so I am going to end my turn. Oh, I don't think I did the challenge effect. Because I did that, so I suffer another fatigue. Well, that is a lot of fatigue so far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 fatigue. Ouch. All right, nothing there, and this is if there's an active predator. So, okay. So I'm just going to rest up. Draw a card. Healing Touch. On the bright side, the clouds came out and turned this into a perfect day. All right, so drawing a path card, we get Sunberry Bramble. It is a feature. Nice. So we need 2 progress on it. We need 2 trail tokens on this. All right, so let's try to take care of that first. The question is, do I... You know what, we're going to try it. So we're going to try to soothe 2 fatigue here. Try to get some out. So I'm going to do 2 awareness, and I'm going to commit insightful to this. So I'm a 3 versus 1. That is a -1, so 2 versus 1, so I still succeed. Add 1 harm to this feature, and then soothe 2 fatigue. So that is my headset, nice, and an eagle eye, also very nice. All right, and then challenge effects. Move 1 trail token from 1 feature to a different feature. I don't have... This isn't a feature, right? No. I don't have any other features in place, so that doesn't trigger. Nothing. Sun, nothing. Okay. Awesome. So we are going to... Let's try to traverse here. Yeah, we're just going to go 3 to 1. boundary sensor to try to make sure that I hit this. 3 to 1. You know what? Yeah, let's do it. Let's go 4 to 1. +1. So I succeed. So this clears. So we get that out. I don't have any challenge effects that triggers, so I'm not going to look at that. And then have four per player or more trail tokens on this mission to do 1.45. Come on. I'm trying to use the, they've got an online thing that I'm using. So there we go. You push through some particularly dense brush to discover a clearing full of animals. They don't notice you as they graze on the contents of an overturned hover sled. Ren Kobo's overturned hover sled. Hang on a second. Okay. Seems weird. Oh, so he locks eyes with you. So it's Ren Kobo's overturned hover sled. You quickly look around and spot the merchant hiding behind a boulder. He locks eyes with you and makes an emphatic no gesture. He appears to be frightened, but of what you're not certain. Certainly he can't be afraid of a few herbivores. After Rangers choose, enter the clearing and scare off the wildlife surrounding Ken Robe, or attempting to check on Ken Robo without spooking the wildlife. I will do that. You sneak carefully around the grazers and reach Ken Robo. You ask him why he's hiding, and he points calmly towards the sky. Umbra, he hisses. She swooped down and overturned my sled, and I've been hiding here ever since. I'd run, but a Messapian never abandons his merchandise. You tell him you can keep him safe, but he'll need to leave his sled behind for now. You need to reach a ranger station as quickly as possible. Each ranger searches the path deck for the next prey and puts it into play. If you're playing with only one ranger, search for... that doesn't seem right. This does not seem like that's the right mission. Missing person. No. Okay, hang on a second. All right, I'm going to pause here to get this sorted out with the missions. Be right back. All right, sorry about that. Got it all sorted out here. So we've got the search loon mission. Read the entry based on how many days have passed since starting at 0 to 1. The signs of Loon's Passage leads you to an overlook. From there, you notice a slight blinking below. You descend the slopes and find Loon resting against a tree, signaling to you with the sunlight reflected off a small mirror. On his other arm is a crude sling. Thank the valley, he says. Am I glad to see you? Search the path deck for the next predator and put it into play within reach of a ranger of your choice. Okay. Prowling Wolfhound. I gotta put it next to me. That's fine. After you give Lun some first aid, a little bit of color returns to his face. I feel a little bit foolish, he admits. I've been tracking a biomeld, not like any I've seen before, for a few days. I spotted it through the trees. Big one. Looked dangerous, so I went after it, running so fast that I tripped and fell down this slope. Complete the Search Loon mission and gain the Rescue Loon mission. Put Lun outpost tender into play within reach of a ranger of your choice. Attach the rescue card to him. Do not read his entry. And then you have to get Loon to a ranger station in one piece. All right, let me go find Loon. All right, so we got Lun here. Loon. Okay. Put into play within a reach of ranger. That's obviously going to be me. And then we flip search over to rescue. You found the missing person. Get them back safely as quick as possible. Start of the day. Read 147. The subject of this mission gains persistent. When the subject of this mission is cleared, resolve the following effects. It cannot be cleared with progress. Ignore the effect. It can only be if he's cleared with damage. They worsen and you are forced to stop for the day. If you arrive at a ranger station, go to 140, read 146. Okay, so that was that. Let's see here. I don't think I did the challenge effect, but there's no challenge effect that would trigger. There's not another prowling woolhound, and we're not at northern outpost. So, all right. So, nice. So I think we're back to my turn now. So let us... Riri is going to swoop down, do a damage to the prowling woolhound. We are going to spend a spirit on healing touch. So I can either heal 1 injury from a ranger, or I can choose to discard 1 harm from a being to add 3 progress to it. I'm going to do that. So 3 progress there. And then the sheepdog is going to move it and put 2 progress on it. So we're up to 5 there. And that is about all I can do. I'm not going to try to connect up at a 1 to 2. I don't want to pitch any other cards for that. Yep, and I will worry about that later. So I think we're just going to ready ourselves up. Draw a card, a versatile, reduce the clouds down, and then draw a path card, which is another prowling woolhound. Ugh. Oh, if there's another predator in play, this predator comes in exhausted. There is. Haha. All right, so my turn. Let us first order the sheepdog to pull this in closer, add 2 progress, which is enough to clear it. We are now going to try to traverse here. So we're using 3. We're going to use our last charge off a boundary sensor. And that's it. So coming in with a 4. No, 0, so I succeed. I was hoping for that to be a blue mountain so I could just clear that out this turn, but nope. All right, red challenge effect. Nothing. If there's an active predator, nope. If there's an active predator, nope. Maybe I should have pitched my photoscopic headset to be there. So anyway, we'll use Riri to do a damage there. That is fit. Actually, yeah, just so I don't have to deal with it. I'm going to I'm going to retcon things a little bit. Before I do the damage on there, I am going to, when I did progress, I did put progress there. I'm going to say walk with me. After you succeeded a traverse test, which I just did, add progress to being equal to your effort. So I spent 1 to do that. So we've got 4 progress on this Woolhound. So I'll be able to clear him out next turn. I'm going to spend my 1 focus to get my photosonic headset out. Do I want an eagle eye? Not really. All right, we're just going to call that a day then. We're going to ready everything up. Don't like my odds of getting Tala to a location because I am running out of cards here. So we lose a cloud there. I did not draw a card. It is insightful. All right, we get a path card. It is a Sitka Buck. All right, so Oru's going to move the Woolhound up here, put 2 progress on it, which clears it out. Done. We are going to do a traverse test on here. I'm going to exhaust my roll to dodge the Sitka Buck. And then, yeah, so 3 versus 2. Is that enough? Yeah, we're going to try it. 3 versus 2. -1. 2 versus 2. I succeed. I get 6 on here. So, any challenge effects that trigger if there is an active doe? Nope. Active predator? Nope. Active predator? Nope. All right, so I've got that. I am going to choose to rest so that I can travel. Okay. So I think persistence when the subject of the mission is cleared. All right, so we are going to travel. So we are currently at Atrox Mountain. And we need to get him to a ranger station, which Lone Tree Station is one. But Talia the Red is looking for White Sky, Spire, or Branch. So let's see here. White Sky is here. White Sky is here. Spire is below that. Sorry, I was looking it up. So that's Spire. Branch. Where's Branch? It's down here. Meadow is down here. And Tumbledown is all the way at the bottom. So if she clears out by the day, there's no way I'm going to be saving her. But let's go in that direction. So we are going to travel over to Lone Tree Station. All right, so I'm going to pause it here so I can get everything set up. All right, got everything set up here. So we're back at Lone Tree Station. I am not going to read the flavor text. Search arrival setup, search path deck for the next predator and discard it, and then draw a path card. So We are coming in through the mountain pass, so this is going to be a little different this time. There we go, a pouncing Aatrox. That out of here. Right. And now we draw a path card, which is Fractal Wire. Ugh. Yeah, I got to try to clear that out soon because the this just adds 1 harm to each being within reach, and Riri is within reach. I might just have Oru just move her along the way just so I don't have to deal with that next time I get a chance. Oh, and then this goes over here. All right, that was it. So that was all my travel. So now we're into the refresh phase. Now, I think, not 100% on this, but I think just moving to put Loon outpost in their play. You have to get Loon to a ranger station in one piece. Okay, so we're at a ranger station. Rescue. When the subject of this mission is cleared, cannot be cleared with progress. Oh, arrive at a ranger station. Read 146. So I'm not sure if my arrival is before or after I refresh. I think it's, well, I did the arrival setup, so it has to be. So 146 it is. So all right. Lun has been moaning with every step you've taken for the last few hours, and you're getting worried. But your worry turns to relief as you see the ranger station in the distance. Only a short time later, you're tending to his injuries, the analgesic balm relieving his agony. Thank you so much, he says. When I get back to the northern outpost, I can offer you almost anything you could ever want to trade. Return Lun outpost tender to the collection, complete the Rescue Lun mission, and write Saved Lun on the campaign tracker. Each ranger soothes 2 fatigue. Nice. So I got a Hydra Lens goggles and a Homeward Bound. Let me make a note of that. I saved Loon. Okay. Now we ready everything up. Draw a card into bold. And the weather flips again to the midday sun. Oh, and we reset our energies. Okay. So I gotta get Tala. I think the closest place that I can get her to is White Sky. So again, looking at the map, I'm over here in Lone Tree Station. Then I can take her to White Sky. Alternatively, unfortunately, there's not. The Spire is a different one. So let's see here. So if I go from Lone Tree to White Sky, that's 1. If I go to Lone Tree to Spire, that is 1, 2, 3. And Spire, White Sky to Spire is 1, 2, 3. I have 5 cards left in my deck, so I don't think I'm going to be able to make both White Sky and Spire. I'm not even sure if I can make Spire, so I think I just have to shoot for White Sky and let it happen. And then figure out what's going to happen. All right, first things first, we got some fractal wire here that I really don't want to have to deal with. So first things first, we are going to have Uru the sheepdog move a being. Riri, oh wait, yeah, Riri is a being. So I'm going to push Riri up into along the way to get it out of fractal wire because I don't want to have to deal with that. I think what we're going to do is we're just going to traverse. I am going to use my Undeterred Seeker to dodge fractal wire. And then I am going to use my 3 fitness energy and a bowl to be testing at a 5. So 5 versus 1. And that is a +1, so that is a 6. So I succeed. All right, challenge effects. No mission at the moment. I suffer a fatigue. Up here, nope, nothing. So I think, so then this goes away. You want to check one thing here. Okay. I was just checking to see if persistent only applied to gear and within reach, but it doesn't. So if Riri is along the way, she will stay with me for the next one. So, all right. Nothing else that I really want to do right now. So let us rest so we can travel. Oh crap! No, I do need to deal with the fractal wire because that is an obstacle and I can't avoid that. Dang it. All right, well, I guess we're just going to have to wait till next turn to deal with that and hope for the best. Oh, I got to shuffle this up too. Maybe I'll top deck my other boundary sensor so I can throw more at it. Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna rest because I gotta go all in on traversing that thing and hope that I can. I got another Uru, and then we get a cloud back here. And then drawing a card, we get a Circling Iris. Persistent, ooh, fun. 3 harms, 7 presence, or 2 presence, 7 connect threshold. Spirit plus conflict, threshold 2 to scare off the loitering carrion eater to place his being on top of the path deck. If you fail, suffer 1 injury. And if this being is Sun effect, if this being is within reach, move it. If it's along the way, move it to within reach, and it fatigues you. And then if red is if it's within reach and you have 3 or more fatigue, exhausted, and suffer an injury. All right, so Riri has a friend up there in the sky. All right, we are going to try to traverse. Well, do I have enough? How many conflict icons do I have? So I just need a 4. Can I get a 1, 2, 3, 4? Actually, do I? Oh, I do. Huh. Okay, so that's a 6. Can I get that up there? 3. Almost. So I've got healing touch, so I can discard a damage to a being to add 3 progress to it, and then I've got homeward bound, which allows me to move progress from a being to a feature. So if I could get 6 progress onto this, I could then just transfer it over there and clear it out. But I don't think I'm gonna have. I can get up to 6, but I'm not gonna be able to get up to. Or I can get up to 5, but I'm not going to be able to get up to 6. Unless, all right, I got 3 cards left. All right, well, first things first, Riri is going to exhaust to deal 1 damage. Here. Yeah, we're going to try it. We are going to use Uru the sheepdog to move this down here and put 2 progress on it. We're going to try to connect to it with 1 energy there, 2, 3. We're just going to do that. 3. -1. So that is a 2 versus 2, so I still win. I get to add 2 to it. All right, so that takes it up to 4. Of course, that may have just screwed me up because that'll put me up to clearing that out. So, but we got to do the mountains first. So nothing, 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 nothing. Add 1 harm to each being within reach. 3 or 2. One and 1. Okay, nothing. Mountains. The Flana flee before Tala the Red. Move a being. I just have to move a being, so. Okay, scares him off. That might have been a waste of my time. Because if I do healing touch, that moves it up to 7 progress on the predator, and that'll clear it before I can do homeward bound. All right, so we're going to have to go with our original plan. We are going to try this focus. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to fatigue myself, so versatile. So versatile gives me 1 with the fatigue. 2 eagle eyes. 2 more. Homeward bound, 4, 5. So I'm 5 versus 2. -1. So that makes me a 4 versus 2. So I succeed. And then I get to add 1 harm to this feature for every 2 effort. So since there were 4 effort, I get 2 damage, which is enough to clear this out. Thank goodness. All right, now Blue Mountains, nothing, 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 and move a being. Riri is going to jump back down to within reach. And that is it. I am going to rest so I can travel. So we are going to travel over to... We're going to travel over to White Sky and see if that's the place that Tala wants to stay at. So why don't I pause this up and I will pull out White Sky. All right, we're back. We are now set up for White Sky. So we got to do the arrival location. Draw one path card. That is a tributary stream. Goes in along the way. It is an obstacle. And then this is the spirit or focus test to move your ranger token to it. And you either soothe fatigue or add progress to the location. All right. And now we are doing the refresh phase. So everything readies up. I get all my energy back. I draw a card, which is a boundary seeker. And we get another cloud on midday sun. So I think we need to clear out Tala to figure out what's going on there. But first we got to draw a path card. It is a romping lutrinol, being predator, prey, mammal, presence of 1, 2 harm, 5 connection, and ambush, so it fatigues me for 1. Okay, so I am out of ranger cards. So I don't think my day ends right now. Let me see. I think it is the next time I have to draw or discard. So if the next time I get fatigued or draw a card, I think that's when my day ends. But let me verify that. Ending the day. Rangers 2 fatigue. If a ranger needs to draw a card or suffer fatigue but cannot, the day ends immediately. Yep. So this is basically it. And if I draw a yellow, if I do something and do a yellow challenge effect, that'll fatigue me. That'll end my day. All right. So my turn. So what we're going to do is we are going to use Uru to push the romping lutrinol over here, and it'll add 2 progress to it. Doesn't really matter, though. I am now going to spend 1 spirit to play Healing Touch, to discard 1 harm from a being to add 3 progress to it. Tala is a being, so I get to add 3 progress to Tala. And hey, that is enough to clear her. So let's see what happens here. Okay, if I'm at a pivotal location, go here. Read the entry based on what the location you're at. I am at White Sky. You take Tala around White Sky. She spends a long time sitting on the edge of one of the platforms, staring across the lake. But then she gets up and shakes her head. I like the water, but it's too calm, too peaceful here. I want to live somewhere where there is some excitement, where you really get to see the fury of nature. Okay, so that didn't do it for her. So yeah, helping hand is you have to do it this day. So I guess, oh, I'm not supposed to add it to the progress tracker. So, well, I'm sorry, Tala, you're going to have to find your own way from here on out. There's not going to be anything I'm going to be able to do. Yeah, I've got no cards. So I guess I'm going to try to I can't travel because I've got obstacles in play. So let's see. This is spirit and connect or focus and exploration. So I can't travel, so I can't camp. So one way or another, unless I can clear this obstacle and then traverse, I'm not going to be anywhere. So we are going to do the focus and exploration test with a 2. So 2 versus 1. It is a -1. So 1 versus 1. So I succeed. So I do get to move my ranger token here. And that says, oh no, it was a challenge of 2. So no, I fail. Never mind. Never mind, I fail. All right, red crest effects. There are no other active romping lutrinals, so that doesn't trigger. If there is an active predator, there is. Exhaust it. Add damage to that being equal to that predator's... Oh, to this being. And then add damage to this being equal to their presence, which is a 1. I don't have anything I can do because while I can traverse here, because this is an obstacle, I can't get rid of it. So my only hope would be to traverse here. So I've got 3 that I could commit and get it. And then hope for a +1. Let's give it a try. We're going to try to traverse. We're going to go 3 versus 1. 0. So I do get the progress there. Oh, and I exhausted my ranger card to dodge that card. So that. Crest icon, there's no active predator, so nothing triggers there. All right. All right, so we are going to try the spirit and connect test. I can commit 1 spirit to this. I have 1 card in my hand, which is not a connect icon. So I am 1 against a 2. So the only way I succeed at this is if I get a +1. Nope, it's a 0. It was worth a try. Yeah. Yep, and red crest, nothing triggers. I've got 2 awareness icon. I could try to, scout the deck or exhaust a being, but that doesn't do me any good, so unfortunately, I'm going to have to rest. I can't travel because of the obstacle. And then I fatigue out for the day. So that is my day. And because I didn't camp, I would not get to swap out any cards in my deck. Unlikely that I would have anyway. I didn't get any rewards or anything, so I wouldn't put that back in. But that does end my day. That does mean that I did not help Tala the Red find a permanent home, because Helping Hand specifically says don't add it to the campaign tracker. If you do not help this person before the end of the day, the opportunity is lost for now. And the day is over. All right, well, that was day 2. Went a little faster than day 1, but still took a bit of time. So thank you very much for watching. If you notice any play mistakes that I did or anything you screwed up, feel free to leave a comment. You liked it, hit the like button. You want to see more of this, hit the subscribe button. I'm going to keep playing, and before too long, I will have day 3 up, looking for things to do, because I'm sitting in White Sky, and I got no missions and nothing planned for my day. So I will be looking for something to do. All right, well, thanks, everybody. Have a great day.